Hey everyone, I'm here to do a replug to a couple of videos that I did on the same thing that I've talked about. And what I talked about is how you get music and pictures and videos on your Xbox 360. In the first couple of videos, I kind of explained that what you have to do is you have to go to Windows Media Player. I think it's 10 they recommend. You click on My Library, you scroll down to Media Sharing, you click on that, and then you should see a little box pop up. In this box is an Xbox 360 icon. You check that, you click check on that, you say OK, and it should be able to read it depending on whether you got to type in a number or you just got to confirm it by going to your Windows PC section of your Xbox 360. Now, in the other video, I believe, I can't really remember, I have to rewatch them, and you can probably rewatch them yourself. Oh, and before I go on, I know it's a little bit of a plug, but if you want to click on the subscription box here, and click on the subscription box of BW Roses 98, you will enjoy what you see. Now, as I was mentioning, in the second video, I explained that once your PC is off, your Xbox 360 cannot read that signal anymore. Basically, you get like a wireless signal going from both. But once you turn off your computer, your 360 can't read the signal anymore. It's kind of like this. Let me move this for a second. Here, I know you probably can't see anything because of the dim light, but this here, this thing right here that I'm holding, but this thing here, once I connected the audio and video on the input of my recorder, my new Sony recorder, to the output of my cable box that I got recently, I was also recommended to connect this thing so that way it can read a signal coming from each end. So that way when I use this to turn it on and go to line 1, which is basically the first channel, it reads this. That's right, it reads this, it reads all the cable channels coming from it. And I'm able to record the stuff. Now what does that have to do with what I'm talking about? Well, what I was talking about in the second video, as I move this over here, what I was talking about in the second video is that just like that, without that, according to what they say, without that thing from what the book says, when this instruction book here says, that without that, there's a slight, not saying there is, but there's a slight, from what they say, possibility that I won't be able to record anything off the cable box to my recorder. So I need that. It's basically known as a converter, or whatever, it's a top box converter, or something like that. I really don't know. But anyway, they say without that, the slight chance and possibility you will not be able to record anything. And again, what does that have to do with what I'm saying? Well, it's just like with the computer. When you turn the computer off, the signal that it always gives to the 360 is lost. Now, how do you solve that? How do you solve that signal? How do you keep from losing the music you want to listen to even at this time at night? Or to look at the pictures or videos? Well, it's real simple. The answer here in this updated to the other two videos, the answer is real simple. It's called an Xbox 360 hard drive. Now, a lot of the stores, retail stores, sell them. The retail stores sell the 60 gigabyte hard drive, which I have, in packages that give you a 3-month subscription to Xbox Live, just in case, let's say you financially can't afford, let's say, $7.99 a month. And it gives you an extra headset to use for communicating with your friends or whoever. Now, how does that help out? Well, it's real simple. If you have a game like this, and you want to use, and instead of using the songs they provide on there, as well as using the entrance themes of all the other characters, or wrestlers or divas, let's say you want to use your own music. But you can't use your own music because your computer's off. Well, the hard drive solves that. Because what the hard drive does, it allows you to take your CD, and just like a regular computer, you can pop it into your Xbox 360, go to your music library, or it should pop up automatically, or come on automatically. You go to RIP CD, you select the song or songs you want to use, you uncheck all the other songs you don't want to use, then you go back to RIP, then you go and click on RIP CD, and it should start ripping the songs off the CD onto your Xbox 360 hard drive. Now what happens afterwards? Well, what happens afterwards is after it's done, you take your CD out, you test it, and if the songs are playing clearly and correctly, mine have lately, and which mine have, I should say, then what you do is you pop in your game, let's say it's this, you press start, of course, and then once you get to your selection scene, you go to create mode, to create an entrance, you choose your character, if it's a created wrestler or diva, you go to either your easy or advanced creation of entrance. After you've after you selected your movie or your Tron, after you selected your entrance, in other words your champion entrance and non-champion entrances, and once you've selected your Tron movie, in other words your entrance video, you go down to music, and just like if the PC was on, which it doesn't have to be because you got the hard drive, you go to user playlist, and you select the song that you have. There is one thing I don't want to forget to tell you. One thing I don't want to forget telling you though. Once you rip your CDs, or the songs you want, you have to go to save playlist, and you have to individually save them. You cannot save them in a collection if you want to use them for certain characters on a game like this. You have to save them individually. So you have to click on that song, that certain song, and save it to its own little playlist. Just like you would do if you were using the Windows stuff. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, once you select the song under the name that you've given it for your character, you click on it, and it should start working. So in other words, the hard drive provides you the option of burning music, saving videos, saving music, and saving photos that normally, if you just have them on your computer, you'd have to have your computer on to watch. Now I know you're probably thinking, well, Brian, if we could save videos, why can't we just use, an MP3 CD, one that doesn't play in CD players or anything? Why can't we just use that? Well, there's the problem. I tried that. I tried to use an MP3 player. It wouldn't let me do anything. Or not an MP3 player, but an MP3 CD. It wouldn't let me do anything. It only plays the songs. It won't let me rip it. It won't let me save the songs. You get what I'm getting at, right? See, the hard drive is an easy way to go if you want to store stuff. Real easy way to go. Trust me. But hopefully, this video that I've done, and let me check my time. Well, I just made it. But hopefully this video I have done, this update to 2 other ones that I made, helps you guys out. I know it might sound a little confusing, but again, all you have to do is have an Xbox 360 hard drive, and just like your computer, pop your CD into your music CD into your Xbox, go to your music library, go to RIP CD, select the song you want, rip it, and then if you want to save it to an individual playlist, save it under a name that if you have a game like this, you can find and you can choose. But hopefully that this helped out. If you got any more questions, let me know, and I will talk to you all later. I'm Brian, saying peace and God bless.